Hi, I'm Radhika, and I've been on this path. I got Shaktipat about 22 years ago, and I guess my story started a long time before that. When I was about 25 years old, I really had a strong desire to meditate, but I didn't have a teacher, and I didn't know really anything about Eastern paths or really too much of any path other than Christian. And I did try to meditate, but I had a really tough time. Very busy mind, and it was anxiety-provoking, and it always left me bothered. So I gave it up. So I was in Fort Worth, Texas, and I had some girlfriends, and they were massage therapists, and a energy worker came to town, and he turned out to be one of Dhyanyogi's first students. And he talked to us, and he told and suggested to each of us that we should take Shaktipat initiation from Shri Anandi Ma, who, even though we're in Fort Worth, she was coming to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and that in a couple of months, and we should go. Well, at the time, it sounded like a good idea, and we all said, oh, yeah, we'll do it. And as time passed, one of the girls said, well, we need to get our tickets. And she reminded me, and yet I didn't buy the ticket. And finally, she bought the ticket for me and said, look, just here, take it, let's go. And so I went with the friends. I wasn't, I was neutral. I really didn't know what I was getting into. But we went to Albuquerque, and we had they had the public program that first night, on Friday night. Well, we went, and I didn't know what to expect. They had chanting, and they had an older woman playing a harmonium. And maybe you're familiar with the harmonium. I wasn't. So the harmonium is sitting on the floor. It doesn't have legs, but I thought it was some kind of a keyboard, and the legs were broken, and it didn't have any legs. So then I thought they were a very, poor group that couldn't afford a keyboard with legs. I was confused. I thought Shri Anandi Ma was lovely, but I didn't have any intuition. I didn't have really any energy connection, other than, I didn't understand a lot of things. But my other friends did. They felt the energy, and they were very excited about getting Shaktipat. I kind of wrestled that night thinking, should I get it? Because I don't feel anything. I don't really know. So the next morning I decided, yeah, I'm going to do it. I came all this way. What the heck? So at the Shaktipat ceremony, that was, quiet, and they had us doing some different things. They had told us, to kind of go with the energy. I don't remember nothing big happening, except for I do remember that I was sitting there at one point, and I felt some pressure from Anandi Ma on my third eye, because that's part of the process. And she was pushing me back, and I'm pushing forward. So I'm kind of struggling against her. And then I remembered that they had told us to let go. So I let go, and that's really about all I remember from the Shaktipat experience. But nonetheless, the other friends all had these wonderful stories with all this energy. And we flew back to Texas, and I started my practices the very next day that we were told to do. And they told, us also to meditate with the mantra char, the tape of music. So I did that, and I was able to meditate for the first time in my life. My busy mind stopped. I had a very peaceful meditation. And I thought, oh my God, look at the gift I've been given. I had no clue what was going on at all. And yet, the very thing I had wanted since I was about 25 finally happened. So I have been on the path ever since. I love the practices. I do them, and I love the meditation. And I love Shri Anandi Ma. Sitaram.